Good evening, folks. We are here at the Oregon Ice Arena. We're about 4.5 to 5 minutes away from dropping the puck for tonight's WIAA action between the Oregon Panthers and the Madison Edgewood Crusaders. You are tuned in to an OCA Media broadcast production of Panther Athletics. And OCA Media is proud to bring you this exciting Oregon Panther hockey match tonight. I'm Matt Kingsley, and I'll be bringing you all of tonight's exciting action right here on OCA Media, your home for Panther sports. This exclusive OCA Media broadcast of Panther hockey is brought to you in partnership with the Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. One Community Bank, feel good banking. The Oregon Area Community Coalition, helping you thrive. Visit them at OregonAreaCares.org. Shackelford Heating and Cooling, Panther Exteriors, Stoughton Health, and Wisco Industries. So we do have the starting lineups. I'll get you those quick, but we'll probably hear them again when our PA announcer does them. But tonight, starting for Oregon, Nicholas Couillard in goal, Jackson Klun and Trey Zerwick at defense, Easton Lindert, Dawson Peterson, and Owen Tauschik at forward. And for the Edgewood Crusaders, Hayden Rule will be in net, and the defensemen are going to be Bennett Cagle and Will Getzky. Starting forwards tonight will be Dylan Lenz, Owen Barnett, and Davis Halblieb. The Crusaders are coached by Pete Rothering, and the Oregon Panthers are coached by Cole Hefty. Oregon's on a bit of a hot streak right now, 6-game winning streak where they've outscored their opponents 42-5. But Edgewood is doing about the same. They are undefeated in the Badger Conference, 7-0, the last undefeated team. And overall, they're 11-6, and the Panthers overall are 11-5. A couple games behind, 6-2 in the conference. And Edgewood is also on a winning streak. We mentioned Oregon's 6-gamer, where they've outscored the opposition 42-5. Well, Edgewood says, hold my cup of coffee, because they have a 5-game winning streak, and they are outscoring their opponents 50-6 during that 5-game winning streak. And, of course, the last loss for Edgewood was against the Brookfield Stars, who, believe it or not, are no longer undefeated. They're down to 14-2 on the season, although the team that beat them was not from Wisconsin. They lost 2 games, a home and home, to the Lake Forest Academy, and, out of Lake Forest, Illinois. Ooh, the lights have dimmed. The players are getting ready to take the ice, and we're just a minute or two away from the starting lineups, national anthem, and the puck drop. So yeah, this run that Edgewood is on, I mean, both teams are coming in here hot. Oregon with the 6-game winning streak, and that winning streak started. Now put on your logic hats. The winning streak for Oregon started when they beat the tournament champions KMMO up at the Joe Raymond Holiday Classic. Of course, Oregon beat them in the second game, and KMMO went on to the championship game of that tournament. We'll just say this much: the game was played in KMMO's home arena, so maybe that helps you figure that one out. All right. Yeah, this Edgewood streak is hot, right? They put a whooping on Baraboo Portage, 17-2. They had some other big wins in there. That's how you rack up 50 goals in 5 games. Edgewood's played a really tough schedule. You know, I mentioned that their last loss was to Brookfield. Brookfield is a team that Oregon will have to get past if they want to make it back to the state tournament. And other than their 2 losses to an Illinois prep team, Brookfield's undefeated. Edgewood, you look at their losses, 6 losses on the season. So to Brookfield, they lost to Notre Dame, the defending state champ. They lost to Hudson, always a perennial power. Lost to Chippewa Falls, Fond du Lac, the St. Mary Springs up in Fond du Lac, who has been Oregon's nemesis the last several years. And their other loss was to Detroit Catholic Central. And, you know, Edgewood's won some tough games too. They recently beat Verona 1-0. So this is going to be a tough one for the Panthers tonight. Edgewood comes into the game with 5 20-point scorers, and 3 of those guys are up over 30 points. Owen Porter, Owen Cook, and Matt Richter. And then, I'm going to turn up the, yeah, go ahead. We're going to listen to the PA announcer address the starting lineups.
High school administration and WIAA require good sportsmanship and education-based sporting events. And attendance at interscholastic activities is a privilege with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. Tonight's game is being played under the rules of the National Federation of State High School Associations and the WIAA. For the enjoyment of all in attendance, the Oregon High School reminds you to be a positive leader on the ice and in the stands. And now, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Edgewood Crusdaders, a goal. Number 1, Aiden Rule. At defense, number 11, Will Getsky. At defense, number 2, Bennett Cagle. At forward, number 14, Billy Lenz. At forward, number 20, Owen Barnett. At forward, number 24, Davis Huffley. The Crusaders are coached by Pete Rotary. And now for your Oregon Panthers. In goal is senior number 29, Nicholas Bouillard. At defense, junior number 5, Jack Clun. At defense, junior number 8, Trey Zerwood. At forward, senior number 16, Owen Township. At forward, junior number 10, Dawson Peterson. At forward, senior number 7, Easton Linders. The Panthers are coached by Cole Hefty, Ethan Carlos, Austin Lynch, and Dylan Clark. Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, please remove your hats and stand if you are able for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, the lights are back on. The teams have gathered around their goaltenders to hype them up. Ooh, Edgewood's pretty fired up. 15 down there, bumping into one of his teammates, slapping some teammates with a stick. And Owen Cook has plenty of reason to be fired up with 33 points on the year. You want this one, or do you want to run the... All right, let's see here. We got Hunter Bavery joining us. Why don't you give us a mic check there, Hunter?
Hello?
Oh, sounding good. Loud and clear. Reading 5 by or 5 by 5. We would say back in the Army days. Oh, what are we doing here? We're going to turn that mic down a little bit. Get more focus on our lovely voices and less on the copyrighted music that we don't want picked up. You know, tough balance. We certainly want to get the sounds of the ice, the sticks, the pucks, even the big hits. So have you followed Edgewood much this year, Hunter?
Not really.
They can score some goals. They have 3 30-point scorers right now out of 5 20-point scorers, and I think they had 7 double-digit scores. So that's pretty close to Oregon. I think Oregon also has 7 double-digit scores on the year. Although we don't have anybody that's hit the 30-point mark yet. So, and here we go. Oregon already going to the bench. Ethan Dish coming out. James Shervin out there. Along with Dawson, we got the Ocho Cinco still out there. And there's the Cinco. Jack Klund takes the puck. Versatile two-way defenseman for Oregon. Gets a little, I think his buddy got a little piece of him. Not his buddy, his Edgewood buddy. Got a little piece of Jack when he was skating over to the bench. Just enough to trip him up. That's some showmanship. Jack's pretty fired up, or somebody is. We got some yelling at each other early in this game. Here's Drew Yachman. He takes a big hit, goes into the boards. There's going to be a penalty on Edgewood for that. All Yachman was trying to do was dump it down into the zone, and we're going to have a roughing call just a minute 19 into this one. Oh, I'm sorry, a minute 13 into this one. We didn't hear. I'll slide down. I can get the clock. All right, 15:33. So we got 15:47. And there's going to be a roughing on Edgewood. Shane Fish. No, Oregon with an early power play. Power play for the Panthers has been very successful so far this year. They got the PP1 out there with Klund, Dish, Lindert, Tauschik, and Peterson. It's nice we do have an update on Owen Tauschik. He's the king of the power play goal for the Panthers this year, but he has some multiple even strength goals and assists on the year. I think there was one point where OT had about, I don't know, he had about like five goals and 5 assists, and they were all on the power play. And there he is, OT, with a big hit to put Owen Cook on his rear end. Net comes off, and so we have a whistle. 15:06 in the period, and 1:19 left in the power play. You know, in the JV game earlier, Edgewood was flying. They were moving the puck well. They really put a lot of pressure on the goaltender. I don't know if how many saves Walker wound up making, but it was a lot. He was working hard out there. And, you know, I think we could maybe expect more of the same. This Edgewood team, they've got a couple of double-digit performances in their last couple of games. I mentioned they put up 17 against Baraboo Portage the other day, 17-2. That's not even nice right there. Uh-oh, man down. There's the Edgewood player down by the blue line. Jack Klund going into the box. The officials are going to talk this one over. I will reset the time to 14:45. Trainers coming out on the ice. You never want to see that. But the Edgewood player's back up on his feet, and he looks like he's all right. And that is that assistant captain, is that Davis there? Yeah. Davis Halblieb, a senior forward. 6'1", 195, according to the tail of the tape here. And so Jack Klund picked up a 5-minute. You know, Jack plays hard. He's early in the season, he was leading the team in penalty minutes, but Trey Zerwick has passed him up. I didn't see the hit. Did you see the hit, Hunter?
Yeah. I'm not sure. Wait, I'm not quite sure because they didn't have a penalty called right off the bat, so.
Well, sometimes seeing a player on the ice will force the official's hand on a penalty call. I've seen that a few times, you know, or sometimes you just wait to be sure and you want to talk it over with the other officials and see what they saw. Here comes it. Now we're even strength, 4-on-4. Trey Zerwick thought he had a trip, and I think he does. Ref's hand is up. More bodies are flying back there. Oh. All right, what happened to our clock? Oh, that was it? Just needed a reset? All right. Thanks, Miles. Connection not established. We're dealing with some bad Wi-Fi. I hope the broadcast is going out all right. I hope you're able to see and hear. And if all we have is the clock out, we can keep you informed with that. You know, 14:06 is the time left in the first period. And now we've got a 4-on-3 with Klun and Zerwick both in the box for Oregon. And Shane Fish in the box for Edgewood. Good. Edgewood gets it out front. Good rip by Matt Richter. Big time score. Save made by Couillard. Oh, that one gets through though. Owen Porter on the power play. Sitting on the left circle as from the perspective of Couillard. Good looking shot, came in high. And we've got our clock back. We'll get this up here. Oh, we're pretty accurate. I'm not even going to adjust that. So Edgewood takes the lead, and they still have almost 4 minutes of power play to deal with the 5-minute major. But Oregon at least gets one guy out of the box. So the assist on the Edgewood power play goal is Bennett Cagle. Nice looking pass, put it right on the stick. And Richter decides to pass down low. He had 15, Owen Cook. Cook's gonna skate it around. Pass tipped by an Oregon defender. Comes out to the blue line. Edgewood's gonna work it down and around. Pass for Richter, a little bit past him, but he gathers. Does a spin, whiffs at that shot, but he gets it back out to his defenseman. Edgewood can take all the time they want here. They got several minutes to work with. The shot was deflected. Not sure if Yachman got a piece of that to bounce it around and give Oregon a chance to change and get some fresh bodies out there. Lindert, Shervin, Canute Lee, and Ethan Dish out on the penalty kill for Oregon. Here comes James Shervin, king of the shorthanded goal with a good chance. Solid defense applied by Bennett Cagle at the last minute. And the puck bounces out of play, and we're gonna have a stoppage with 12:19 in the period. Oregon still looking to kill 2 minutes and 34 seconds on the penalty to Klun. You excited to go up to Reedsburg this weekend?
Yeah, pretty excited. Hopefully we're able to play some good hockey, get some wins.
So let's see, I remember Wapaka's on the sheet for Saturday, and I think Sauk on Saturday. Who's the game Friday afternoon against?
No idea.
Okay.
Just show up.
It's against Reedsburg.
Reedsburg.
Yeah, against the home team, RWD. Which I'm kind of hoping to get up there because Reedsburg now has a Taco John's.
Ooh.
I'm a big fan. Have you ever had the Super Potato Ole?
I've never had Taco John's.
Oh. So they do tater tots. And, well, I think you can still get chips there, but yeah. They do their little, they call them potato olays, the little potato rounds, and you can get them where they put all the toppings that you would get on like a Nacho Supreme, nice. Right? Fantastic. Highly recommend. And Oregon, they got the penalty down to less than 2 minutes to kill now, about 1:40, 11:24 in the period. And here comes Edgewood on the attack, looking to break out. They get it across center ice and into the zone. Oh my goodness, that was a coast to coast right there.
Coast to coast.
Owen Porter.
Nice skill around the
lost
goalie.
it again. Yeah, I think a couple different Oregon defenders had a chance to stop him. He skated right past Yachman, skated right past Lee, got it in close, and just flipped it up past Couillard.
Yeah.
Just an amazing burst of speed. Now, Owen
Porter.
Was it Cook or Porter?
Porter.
Okay. They have so many Owens on this team. We haven't even talked about Owen Barnett yet, have we? Other than announcing him as a starter.
Just an unfortunate circumstance that Oregon got 2 quick penalties to begin the game with, having them down players early.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, it's tough when it happens against anybody, but against, one of the better teams in the area in Edgewood, we've got a little confusion going on there behind the net.
Goalie hit his own net off.
Well, certainly he was in no danger there. That was just a mistake.
Yep.
No gamesmanship. Sometimes you'll see a netminder will kick that thing off when they're under pressure, or if they have a rush coming their way, or if it's a big scrum in front of the net.
Yeah, no, that definitely wasn't his plan.
No, I've definitely seen some goalies that it appears like they're doing it on purpose.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
I'm wearing my Wisconsin Whalers hoodie.
Oh, I have one of those too.
I definitely remember a game. So this is the NA3HL game with the Wisconsin Whalers. Now they're out in Wyoming. But, the opposing goalie was doing it all game long. And so I was a fan, and you're allowed to say stuff as a fan. And so I did. I started a cheater chant, and I know many of the Whalers fans and players were very amused. They appreciated my my obnoxiousness that night. There, Canute Lee with a big hit, standing strong, trying to get that puck from behind the net. And Shervin's going to come over and scoop it up, whip it around the boards. Can't get it past the stick of Owen Barnett. So I might just call all these Edgewood guys Owen. I've got like a 50-50 chance of being right with as many Owens as they have. There we go. Klun's out of the box. Oregon's back to 5-on-5. Preston Crom's going to come out there, join the forward line with James Shervin and Ethan Dish. George Karasek, senior captain, gets it out. A little hit. Crom hit from behind right when he was trying to handle the puck.
Hey, nice save by Cooley. Not allowed it to go in his net.
Oregon able to get it out. There shouldn't be an icing on that. I think it's going slow enough that they'll wave it off, and they do. Owen Tauschik giving pursuit, battling behind the net with Will Getzky. Getzky able to get it out to a teammate. Now the puck loose. Trey Zerwick chases it down. Gets it out to center ice. Ooh, Preston Crom just about had a break, but good job by Carter Soma to get his stick on there. Now we've got a Carter Soma and a Cash Soma on Edgewood. Got a couple Rotherings on the squad. I'm not sure everybody suits up for varsity, or some of these guys are might just be JV only. We've got the big single roster for Edgewood. A little Easton Lindert with a chance in front of the net, got tripped by the goalie, but goalies are allowed to get their stick out there to make a play. Yep. Sometimes they'll take somebody down in the process. Oh, the ref giving us a foot there, or giving us a hand. Putting it on a tee for Jack Klun. We get it up to center ice. Can't quite get it into the zone. Too much crimson and gold here. That's not exactly crimson. What's the official Edgewood color there?
Maroon.
Maroon. Okay, thank you. Edgewood intercepts the pass at center ice. Loses it. Owen Cook, who 33 points on the year, 16 goals, 17 assists. Matt Richter leading the Crusaders with 19 goals. Oh, good centering pass to Richter, but the defense swarms him. Shervin comes over and lays a hit on and knocks that puck loose. Cooley covers it up. And Oregon, despite that, the start, I mean, they're down 2-0. You never want to be in that spot, but with a 5-minute penalty, it could have been worse, especially with an explosive team like Edgewood. Owen Tauschik getting into it, and the ref's going to blow that whistle. I'm not sure if he's going to send just George Coletti into the box or if OT's going to match him up. OT a little hurt after that push from Coletti. I think we're going to have some matching minors with some roughings here, and play some 5-on-5. So some bad blood. I don't know if there's any history with Tauschik and Coletti. Former Wisconsin Junior Stars player. Preston Crom getting a little, Richter got a piece of him to tie him up.
Yeah, looks like he grabbed his face mask.
Yeah, that's one in the NFL. They threw a 15-yard flag on that, but no call. We're playing on as Dawson Peterson battles along the boards. Trying to get that puck out, but Edgewood remaining stout. Easton Lindert tried to stick handle it out of there. Too much D all over him. Now Lindert just whacks it down, and there's going to be an icing against Oregon with 7:05 left in the period. Hey, want to give a little shout out here. Saturday night it's actually Saturday at 3 in the afternoon out at Mant Arena in Stoughton it's senior night for the Icebergs. And of course there are 3 Oregon High School seniors on the Icebergs team. Piper Daly, Alexa Dish, and Isabel Nellen. So come on out for that senior night action. They are taking on the Cooley Region Cyclones. Oh, here's Edgewood with a chance. George Karasek comes over and wins that battle of the 20s. Oh. But that didn't last. Owen Barnett was skating in on the attack, and Karasek did a good job to knock that puck free, but then Davis Halblieb in the right place at the right time came and found that puck, and he's fired up. He's giving high fives all around the up and down the bench. Somebody's calling people names out there. I'm not sure what about. I heard something about a net. Did you hear what was said then?
I did.
What, is it a comment you can repeat?
Probably not.
Oh, okay. All right, we're back to action. A quick 3-0 lead for the Edgewood Crusaders.
Yeah, it's been a really physical game, both sides. Refs are letting it go, allowing both teams to play physically.
Yeah. I was just going to write down these goals here.
All right.
Is that what we had? Did Cook get the first 2?
That.
Or Porter, I mean?
I'm not sure, but he got the last one, so.
Okay. All right, so Easton Lindert's going to try and win this face-off for Oregon, and as Jack Klun fires it down into the zone off the face-off win. Preston Crom and Easton Lindert battling for it in the corner against a few Crusaders. Edgewood's going to come up with that, but can't get it out of the zone. Good job by Dawson Peterson. Fires it over to Easton Lindert at the circle. Back to the blue line. Jack Klun met immediately by some defense. And that's
quick 2-on-1 break.
Will Rothering takes it away with a nice pass from Rothering to Ryland Port. And Edgewood's running up the score here early. Do they do running clock in high school?
Yeah.
After 6, but
yeah.
Not until what, the second period?
I'm not quite sure.
Okay. Well, we might find out. We might learn something tonight. But,
hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully the Panthers are able to find their stride, get some goals back on the Edgewood.
Yeah, it's tough. Oregon's been playing their best hockey of the year, as I mentioned earlier. 6-game winning streak coming into tonight. Starting, the first win was beating the tournament champions, KMMO, out at the Joe Raymond Holiday Classic at the Nagawaki Arena in Delafield. Always a good time up there. And so James Shervin going after that puck, battling Will Getzky behind the net. Here Drew Yachman comes in to put a hit on Richter. Oh, I don't think that was Richter. It's too small. Somebody with a 6. I saw the 6. 36. Oh, but that's 36. Is that Sawyer Gunther? It is. Sawyer getting some action. He was out there a lot in the JV game as well.
Really?
Yeah. Former junior star. Seeing him play all over the place. There's a lot of seen a lot of these kids play junior stars. Charlie Coletti, George Coletti, Sawyer, Leo Carroll. But former star Alex Hofer, if he's out there watching, nothing but love for you, Alex. Speaking of Alex, I saw that Alex Beer is not on the roster for Edgewood. You know anything about that?
I do. I don't know anything about that, but I do know Alex Beer.
Yeah. So Alex Beer would be a senior, and he played for Edgewood last year. So,
yeah. You know, he could be on another team somewhere. Wouldn't be too shocked.
He wasn't on Monroe when we played Monroe. I know he's, at least for a while, he was living down there, and certainly played some youth hockey in Monroe before he came up, played a couple years for Oregon.
Yeah.
All right, here's Klun with the puck. Very skilled offensive player as a defenseman. I don't know, what do you think of the name, the hardest working man in showbiz? Do you think that works for Jack Klun?
I'm not sure.
I mean, he skates his butt off. You see Jack at the end of some of these games just, you know, he's in great physical shape, but he still he plays so hard out there. He's still sucking for air and, you know, well, the way it should be. Play every shift like it's
your last.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely a very hard worker. Goes out there and just wants to win.
Hey, here's another guy that wants to win, Easton Lindert.
Yeah.
Tried to put a move on Cagle. Lindert gets it back, lets the shot rip. Haven't been too many shots on goal yet for Oregon, so you got to take those shots when you can get them.
Yeah, everyone counts.
Hayden Rule making that save right in the old bread basket. You know, times they change. Back when I was a kid, the football coaching was catch it in the old bread basket. Nowadays, everybody catches with their hands. DiMartino out there trying to get the puck in the zone. Edgewood gets it, but they're going to send it all the way down for an icing. I'm just going to run the clock even though we're stopped. I forgot to start it last time, so we'll just run off a few seconds. Get down to 3:49. All right, so we've got Shervin on the face-off. He's got Crom on his left, DiMartino on his right. Oh, thanks, Miles. George Karasek, senior, one of the captains, out there on defense with Knut Lee. And here comes Edgewood. Dumping it down deep. James Shervin, I think, had a line on it. An old official getting in the way and creating some interference, allowing Edgewood to snag that puck. But it's good hard work defensively by the Panthers to get that puck out. James Shervin taking a hit from Ryland Port. Now OT getting in there, getting physical. Knut Lee. Everybody taking some hits on this number 3 for Edgewood, Ryland Port.
Oh.
Here's Shervin with a chance. Takes it up the board here.
Oh, Preston Crom with a nice little shot on net.
Yeah, Crom, the freshman, he's got, whistle.
Yeah, a little back and forth action after the play.
Crom up to double figures in scoring already. 6 goals and 5 assists. That's some impressive work for the freshman. We got some, we're going to match him up once again. This game has all the indications of getting chippy early.
Yeah, most definitely.
So Klun's going into the box for Oregon and Cook into the box for Edgewood. And we're going to match them up and play some 5-on-5s, I assume, even though Oregon currently only has 4 out there. Here we go. No rest for the weary. Big George back out there. Two and a half minutes remain in the first period. Oregon looking to get on the board. But this one's been all Edgewood so far. So roughing and roughing are the calls. So that's what, I might have to start tracking these. That's 2 matching roughing minors that we've had so far.
Yep.
2:11 is the time remaining in the first period. That's time for a few more penalty minutes, I would say, the way this one's going. And the puck comes into the corner. Knut Lee whips it around. Owen Tauschik's going to take it.
Good find.
Yeah. Dawson got a stick on it, enough to prevent the icing. Good rip, goes a little bit wide. Now George sets it up. Pad save made. Kicked out to the far side boards, and Edgewood's just going to send it down the ice for another icing with 1:49 left in the period. Oregon's going to change it up. Send out a new forward line of Crom, Dish, and Yachman. We'll see how this face-off goes. Looks like it's Dish versus Carter Rosenberg on the face-off. Rosenberg, a junior. Dish, a junior. Good job by Oregon to keep it in. Preston Crom takes a big hit, loses that battle of the threes. Port, you know, people were beating up on Port his last shift. He's looking for a little payback. And Karasek with the puck for Oregon. So we're a minute and a half away from the edge of the period. So if you're out there listening and you need to, cook up some empanadas for a school project tomorrow, this next intermission might be the time to do it. It's also a good time to go and get your snack, get your popcorn. And we are stopped, but there's 1:24 left in the period, so, I was just letting that clock run down until we're good. Trey Zerwick with the puck for the Panthers. Sends it over. Yachman's going to play it off the boards. Gets it across the red line, dumps it down. Got to get it across that center ice to avoid the icing. And once you get past there, you're free and clear to dump it down, chase the puck. Edgewood gets it out of the zone, but only momentarily. Well, still out of the zone. They possessed it momentarily. Trey Zerwick takes the pass to nobody and restarts the action. There's that Timmy Grice with the puck. Now battling behind the net. Here comes one of the Owens. Sends it out to the blue line. Blocked by Zerwick. Another shot, I think, is tipped and sent wide of the net. Drew Yachman's got 30 seconds to work with the puck. Big hit from Richter. Yachman gets the job done, gets the puck down, but doesn't stay down there for long. Edgewood gets it out of their zone and all the way down. Easton Lindert now with the puck behind his own net. He's only got about 13 seconds to work with. Surveys, he's going to skate with it. It's always faster to pass the puck, but skates it up. Richter takes it away. Lindert comes from behind and slows Richter down, and we come to the end of the period. And what do we have here? We have a little just discussion. I think the ref's just keeping the peace, letting Richter get up, making sure nobody takes any cheap shots down there and at the end of the period. So the first period is complete. It is 4-0 Edgewood. And we're going to run some videos. I didn't hype these up. We got some more senior spotlight videos, and we're going to play them at both intermissions tonight. And I think, is it ready to go? So we're going to turn off our mics and let you enjoy the show.
I'm George Karasek. I'm a senior on the team. I play defense. I'm a captain this year as well. As a captain, I think just leading by example is really important, setting a positive attitude in the locker room and while we're playing as well. And just trying to lead by example is pretty important. I'm going to the National Guard after high school, serving there. In Dane County, that's hard to say. I know there's a kid on Madison West, I'm pretty sure I played with a few times. He's up there as well, but I'm 6'6", so hope maybe. Yeah, playing in the off season during the spring has definitely led to some relationships with some other guys, some friendships, and just getting to know them and then being able to play against them in the regular season. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, that's also definitely helped my skill as well. It just helped me develop. I think if they were to make one, I would probably have to be a comedy. I've always liked Adam Sandler as an actor, so I might cast him. I don't know, maybe make him a little taller, but. I think not letting a bad play define you is important, especially, you're gonna make mistakes, but just always, keeping your mindset on what's ahead and just getting better and ready for the next play.
Oregon changing some other bodies up. Bodies in front of the net, whacking at the puck, and it goes in. The ref has signaled. I'm not sure if that was Karasek or Crom. I think Big George was the guy that got it. Everybody's congratulating him.
So my name's Owen. I'm a senior, number 16. I play usually right wing, and this will be my 3rd year on the team, first year fully varsity. Earlier on in youth, I was playing a game and I broke my arm. I was out for a while, and then I was actually pretty much recovered, and then I broke my collarbone skiing in my backyard, just landed on it because I didn't want to stop myself. So I broke my arm and my collarbone, and then I think I started playing again and got to high school in my freshman year of tryouts. I was going for the puck and fell into the boards and broke my leg. And so I didn't play at all that year, and because of that, I think that that was really that's a big moment in my life for me. I talked about it a lot in my college essays, and I think my grandpa always said Tauchiks don't quit. And I think hard work and just perseverance was just kind of how my family is. So, and hockey's always been there. So it was honestly, it just felt natural to try and get back on the ice. One of my earliest memories in hockey is I'm from McFarland, so it was pushing my friend Carson from Sun Prairie, which he lived in McFarland at the time, but lives in Sun Prairie now, but pushing him while he was sitting in his chair from the width of that rink back and forth, and we would switch positions. So that's one of my favorite memories, or one of my most prominent. Otherwise, probably I scored my first varsity goal here against the Navigators. That was pretty cool.
Tried to drop it off the boards, kept in by the Panthers. Quick shot and another goal. Number 16, Tauchik. That's his first score.
I would say it's different from when I was coming up to the team, because I sat on the bench, played JV, and I didn't really get that first varsity jersey until later on. But some of these guys are getting their varsity jerseys pretty early, so there's not that much complaining, but it's just, I don't know, sometimes the bench has a hard time giving us energy, but otherwise it's not too bad. Favorite meal? Well, I'll give you a post-game favorite meal. My mom makes a really good ham and cheese sandwich, so just a grilled cheese pretty much, and usually with the apple. Otherwise, as a ritual, I usually try to get something good to eat, but this year I'll usually tape my stick every game, but every game I've had, I'll just drink a full bottle of water, a full liquid IV, and then pre-workout, and I've done that every time. I don't have it 100% figured out. I'm gonna try and go to a 4-year college and probably study business in the realm of maybe finance or banking and investments. Yeah, I've toured La Crosse, Eau Claire, Minnesota, Madison, and yeah, that's it. And I plan to go to Iowa State, see what that's down there. Honestly, probably just knowing my role. I'm not a dangle highlight reel guy, and it's just good to know like that I stay where I am and I can do some things, but really just like be that guy in front of the net, be rough with like the defender, get in front of the goalie's eyes and all that stuff. I think that our coaches have always tried to get us to get a good defense to start and to get it out of the zone. And so I bet we'll probably work on the breakout more and getting it out. Otherwise, on offense, we definitely need to, we just need to know who we are, because we have guys, coaches said this before, we have guys that can dangle and do the high right stuff, but it's just not working for us right now, so. I really look to my parents for a lot of like adult advice about what's happening and just any like questions I have or anything. They're really great leaders and they support me. Otherwise, I've always looked up to like the older guys, and now that they're all graduated, it's just the idea of them, but it was pretty cool watching like Dosher, and I don't know, he was a pretty cool guy and captain, and I feel like he just had that effort, and I would like to say that I have good effort.
Want to be a part of something great? The Oregon Athletic Booster Club needs your help.
It means providing student athletes with positive experiences to help them succeed on and off the court.
Make sure I have the right gear and equipment I need to succeed.
Your donation will create a lasting impact in our community.
With your donations, you will help me in achieving my goals.
We need your support.
We are part of something great.
All right, I hope you enjoyed those senior spotlights. You know, been watching George Karasak and Owen Tauschik play probably since they were first graders, and it's been a pleasure and a joy. A lot of respect for those two. All right, a minute. Just trying to catch my breath here. I had to make a run to the snack shack and get a delicious half coffee, half hot chocolate. I'm not sure if there's a fancy coffee snob term for that. But just a little deliciousness to help stay warm here. So, before the second period, I just want to remind everybody that you are tuned in to an OCA Media broadcast of Oregon Panther hockey. OCA Media is your home for Panther sports. And OCA Media is a 501c3 nonprofit entity. It relies on the support of our sponsors here in the community. And those include the Village of Oregon, the Oregon School District, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club, One Community Bank, the Oregon Area Community Coalition, Shackelford Heating and Cooling, Panther Exteriors, Stoughton Health, Wisco Industries. We certainly thank all those sponsors and all the hard-working folks here at OCA Media, led by Paul and Josiah. And then we have a lot of students. We got Miles on the camera today, and you know, we've had Hunter on the mic here, another student volunteer. Although some of the students do get paid for their work. Not us announcers, though. We just get the the joy of having the best seats in the house to watch this hockey, and is getting a little chippy there in the first period. We saw a lot of penalties. We saw one major penalty, 2 sets of matching minors, and a few other penalties to boot. But we're going to start this period 5-on-5. And we are having a few technical difficulties, so I'm not sure. The score is up there at 4-0, but we weren't able to update the period or the clock. We'll keep working on that throughout the game here. Try and refresh our connection. But it is 4-0. That score is accurate. And so Easton Lindert for Oregon with the puck. He's battling Matt Richter in the corner. Richter, another big-time scorer for Edgewood. He's got 19 goals, 12 assists, 31 points coming into tonight. And here's Dawson Peterson, Oregon's top assist man. Dawson's got 16 assists coming into tonight's game. He dumps the puck down low, and Oregon changes. Shervin and Yachman come out there, along with Zerwick and Klund. And we've got a stoppage at 16:08. Edgewood's going to send some fresh bodies out there. And I did mention it late in the first period. Hey, don't forget about the senior night out at Mant Arena in Stoughton, the home of the Icebergs. A lot of Oregon high school players there on that squad, including 3 seniors. So come on out, senior night, 3 p.m. You know, the Icebergs, they're already ahead of last year's pace. You know, last year was a pretty rough year. 3-18-1. They're already 4-8-1 this year, so they've already surpassed last year's win total. And last year they had 11 goals all year, and this year they're up to 12. So they've surpassed their goal total. They played some really exciting hockey lately, right? They had a really good 4-1-1 stretch. And a lot of those games had some late game heroics. Ashlyn Bartels had, she beat Viroqua with a 3rd period goal. And then the next game, Hazel Rothering had the overtime game winner to beat Northland Pines. So that's some pretty good back-to-back games. And the next game after that, the Icebergs were down 4-0, and they scored 4 goals in the 3rd period to tie it up. Just an onslaught. And yeah, so good stretch. Come on out and check out those Icebergs. And for right now, it's the home Oregon Panthers in their whites with the orange, taking on the Crusaders of Madison Edgewood. Easton Lindert, senior captain, got the puck loose and skated it in, but too much defense, so Dawson Peterson behind the net gets it out to the blue line, and a shot by Trey Zerwick winds up in the net, and we've got a stoppage with 14:59 left in this second period. And yeah, we are having some technical difficulties tonight, folks. I'm not sure. We could do the old Bill Gates trick, turn it all off and turn it all back on. I had to do that at work to fix some stuff this past week. Yeah, puck's going to come out. Jack Klund rips it. A lot of bodies in front of the net. Bounced off somebody's lower body and went wide. Pass back to the point, a little hot. Trey Zerwick skates back to retrieve it. Good job by, who is that by Edgewood, to get a stick on there. Break up that pass. Looks like Will Rothering. Of course, I mentioned Iceberg's Hazel Rothering. That's her uncle Pete is the coach, so I assume that these are some, she's got some cousins on this team. I believe Hazel is a sophomore at OHS, but don't quote me on that. Or brother Henry, a junior, longtime Oregon hockey player, good old number 19. You can play some offense, play some defense, whatever it takes. And the Oregon Panthers, they're trying to do some damage there behind the net on Will Getsky, but Will is a pretty big kid, 6'1", 170. I'm not sure I'm trusting that. He looks more like 6'3", 220, but Oregon does have their smaller forwards out here that we're banging on them. Ooh, puck comes loose in front of the net. Great reaction by Couillard to save Richter's shot. Yeah, Richter keeps working, brings it back toward the center. The Oregon defenders come and take him down with a big hit. I think multiple Panthers got a piece of him there. James Shervin and Jack Klun trying to work that puck. Klun with a good centering pass. Dawson Peterson was there, but so was the defender, Bennett Kegel. And the puck's going to come all the way down, stick handled by Nicholas Couillard, the senior netminder, number 29, drops it off for a teammate. Oregon gets it out of the zone, but right back in. Here's Richter again. He gets it out to one of the Owens. That's Owen Porter. Taken away momentarily by Dawson Peterson, but man, Porter, he's moving at a different speed out there tonight. And Oregon, James Shervin with the puck. Tries to get around the defense, but Shane Fish is there. Shervin, always working, always skating hard, gets it back. Shervin gets it back again. It keeps getting poked away from him. Now he's looking for a teammate, gets it out to Knut Lee, back to James. Poked away at the circle. Easton Lindert trying to gather, working with Dawson Peterson. But I think that's Sawyer Gunther coming over. He gets hit into the boards. Easton Lindert dropping the hammer. Oh, another big hit on the boards behind the play. Not sure, maybe that was Owen Tauschik saying hello to a friend. Carter Rosenberg. Yeah, Rosenberg comes up and gives Tauschik a little shove. Here comes Karasek skating it into the zone. I think we're going to have an offside. There was a man half a step ahead of him. And so with 11:56 remaining in the second period, Oregon still trailing 4-0. We're going to have a face-off here just outside the blue line, just outside Edgewood's defensive zone. DiMartino to the left, Tauschik to the right, and Preston Crom wins the face-off back to Zerwick. Oregon with a shot from distance, save made, and now the puck is loose behind the net. DiMartino battling for it. Puck comes out on the stick of Edgewood. It's number 20, Owen Barnett. He brings it into the zone. He's looking to line it up. Cooley with the save. Puck comes loose, and there's DiMartino in the right place at the right time to get that puck out of the zone. They send it down. They're gonna call that icing? Okay. It was one of those that almost got enough of the blue to not be called. Yeah, we're still working on the technical difficulties. We'd like to get you an updated clock and period there, but it's all good. You've got 11 minutes. So if you call and order a pizza now, it'll be there right about the time of intermission. Saved by Cooley from the shot of the defenseman. Getzky found its way through and came up high. I think the Panthers are settling in a little bit after those first 3 goals by Edgewood all came pretty early. Well, Oregon unable to get that puck out of the zone, taken away and shot by Cash Soma. Saved by Cooley. 10:51 is the time left in the second period. Oregon's going to change it up. 5 fresh bodies. Crom, Lindert, Grice, Peterson, and Karasek. And the face-off to Edgewood, but taken away by Oregon. Dawson Peterson has it. He flips it up ahead. A little too far for his teammates. Some bodies flying here in front of the Oregon bench as Karasek collides with Cook. And Edgewood just a little bit hasty, trying to bring it into the zone. And there's an offside call. So we're going to set up in the near face-off circle here. Owen Porter versus Easton Lindert. Porter, the leading scorer for Edgewood coming into tonight's game with 14 goals, 21 assists for 35 total points. Lindert missed some games early, but he's climbing up the list for Oregon. He's up to 9 goals, 6 assists, and 15 total points coming into tonight. Peterson trying to get that puck behind the net. Preston Crom's going to come over, gets it out high to Karasek. He was lining up a shot, and he saw Cook coming at him hard and fast and tried to adjust, and it's going to result in an Edgewood takeaway. And Matt Richter going from his right to left in front of Couillard, sneaks it in there. Good crafty point-blank move by Richter, the senior. If you've been watching Edgewood hockey recently, you've certainly seen what Matt Richter can do. He's helped take his team to the state tournament here. Well, certainly last year, and I think the year before, and I think pretty much every year I've been alive, it seems like. So 5-0 is now the score. After Richter's unassisted goal, shot from distance by Yachman is saved and bounces up into the net. So yeah, let's see. Edgewood last year made it to state, but they fell 1-4 to eventual state champion Notre Dame. And of course they had their rematch with Notre Dame earlier this year, and Notre Dame won that one as well. I think we're going to have a tripping penalty on Tauschik. The Edgewood skater got a little bit out in front of him. Lenz had the puck and was racing toward the goal, and you know, good job by OT. He's just trying to play some defense, got a little bit of the skate. His man went down. Now he gets a 2-minute vacation in the penalty box. So Edgewood wins his faceoff on the power play. Good work by Owen Porter. He can score goals and he can win faceoffs. Shot and a save, and another puck bounces up into the net, and that one's out of play. Linesman's going to have to go over and get a puck out of the ice box. Dish and Yachman coming off, and Shervin and Peterson coming on this penalty kill, along with junior defenseman Trey Zerwick and Jack Klun. These guys are a lot of fun. I know Coach has kind of given them the no microphone when we were out, when OCA Media was out at the start of the year. And these players were, taking advantage of that little space in the open net is Owen Cook. He's added to his goal total there. And so Tauschik's visit to the penalty box is short-lived. Another power play goal for the Crusaders. 6-0 is the score. 9:28 is the time. But yeah, you get, so 5 and 8 there, the Ocho Cinco line. Zerwick and, well, not line, but defensive pairing. Zerwick and Klun. These guys have a lot of fun. They bring a lot of spirit, bring a lot of juice. And you'll see that if you look at some of the photos that some folks take. If you get on the Instagram, Jack Klun with a big hit. Sends a Crusader to the ice, and I think he's going to get another penalty for it. And we'll see what the call is, but it's Klun hit the kid, and you know, he's always skating hard, and he's throwing his body around. He's not the tallest, but he's got plenty of muscle on him, Jack Klun. He's not afraid to mix it up. He's taken some big hits over the years, but he's certainly given them this year. They're going to get him for a roughing. You know, it's a big hit, but I think the ref just thought it was a little bit much and a little bit away from the action. And another power play for the Edgewood Crusaders. Already up 6-0. Fresh off a power play goal a minute ago. Looking for another one. Oregon with some good stick work in front of the net. Knute Lee and George Karasek both helping out their netminder there, making it difficult on the Crusaders. And a bouncing puck. I think Edgewood was either a shot that was off or a centering pass that somebody got a piece of in front of the net, one of the Panthers, and Cooley came and scooped that up, and the ref's given the signal, I believe, to run the clock. So with a 6-goal lead here in the second period, 6-goal lead for Edgewood. We are in the running clock period. That is not the first time we've seen this year, but it's the first time that Oregon's been on the bad end of a running clock. Been on the good end of it. A couple games recently. as the Panthers are starting to score more goals. Getting into sync. And, you know, it helps having Easton Lindert back, certainly, your senior, one of your top offensive threats. And Lindert's a great defender as well. Good two-way threat. And here comes Richter with the puck for Edgewood, trying to get around Canute Lee, a sophomore defender. He gives up on that battle and sends it out high. Edgewood working it on the near side, taken away. Lindert with the steal. Too many men to beat, but he got the puck into the zone, and Ethan Dish comes and scoops it up. Dish with a crafty move. I thought he was going to go to the blue line, and I think so did Edgewood. Whips it behind the net, but Oregon shorthanded, not much they could do other than kill some time. And they come on the rush, and Owen, which one of the Owens just shot that? Owen Cook with the shot. Cooley with the save. 7 minutes and 20 seconds is the time in the second period. I know if you're watching this on any of the Charter or TDS that have the game, or you're watching it on YouTube, we are having a little connection issue up here. So you should be seeing the broadcast. And the score is now 6-0, and the time is just under 7 minutes remaining in the second period. And Clun is out of the box. So back to 5-on-5 hockey. Trey Zerwick battling for that puck behind the net. He's got the size advantage down there. And now he just decides to pin Rothering for a little good measure. Preston Crom for Oregon, looking for an outlet there. Oregon turns the puck over at the, well, not a turnover yet. Trey Zerwick tracks it down. Good job popping up, getting after the puck. And Canute Lee sends it down the ice. Maybe he thought they were still shorthanded, or maybe he just wanted a break. Either way, this is going to give Oregon a chance to get some fresh bodies out on the ice. And it's going to be Yachman, Lindert, and Tauschik for the forwards. Clun and Zerwick for the defenders. Taking this face-off for Edgewood is Owen Barnett. So is this the thing like they always talk about the Chris's in Hollywood? You know, you got, what is that, like Chris Pratt, Chris Hemsworth? I don't know what Chris I'm missing there. Chris Christopherson or somebody. You got the same thing with Edgewoods. You can pick your favorite Owen on this team. I mean, my favorite is still Owen Tauschik on Oregon, but so that switching it up in the face-off looked like Alton Vanderson getting a little run. But we're going to have an offsides and a face-off. And with a running clock, it's going down to about 5 minutes and 10 seconds here in the second period. 6-0 Edgewood. It's been all Edgewood from the jump tonight. And as I mentioned earlier, Edgewood hot. They came into today with a 5-game winning streak where they've outscored their opponents 50-6. So Oregon, you know, is joining the club so far tonight, and there's a lot of hockey left. Oregon has some, you know, not as explosive on the year as Edgewood overall. Right, you look. Edgewood has 101 goals coming into tonight, and you know, a plus 63 scoring differential, 101-38. Oregon with a pretty solid, you know, 71-36. A plus 35 goal differential, but you know, these teams have only played one game difference here. Edgewood's played one more game, but they've scored 30 more goals in Oregon. There's just an explosive offensive team with the 3 30-point scorers out there. And it's been on full display tonight. Sawyer Gunther with the puck. Big hit at center ice. Drew Yachman putting a hurting on Owen Barnett, and he's down, holding his knee right away, holding his left knee. I mean, Yachman hit him up high, a normal hockey hit. You know, it was clean. There's no penalty there. I don't know if that was a knee-on-knee or if the hit just did something to him. You know, put him off balance. And there's some conversations going on between players on the Edgewood bench. There, you know, you get upset anytime you see a teammate get hurt. And hopefully it's nothing serious for Owen, and he'll be able to You know, I remember one time I thought I blew out my knee playing paintball, of all things, up at that lovely Apocalypse paintball course up just outside of Poynette, Wisconsin. If you're looking for a fun activity, hit up the Apocalypse paintball. But I was just running in the sand, and my knee gave out on me, and I was scared. I thought I was never going to walk again, and, you know, 5 minutes later I was fine. So hopefully this was just maybe like a little knee-on-knee or something, and or just a little tweak, and he'll be back in action here before the game's over. So now Edgewood looking for revenge there. Dylan Lenz trying to put a big hit on James Shervin, but it's tough to get a good hit in on Shervin. Well, Shervin giving it right back to Will Getzky down there, taking on the bigger man. So let's see if these guys are going to want to play hockey or if they're just going to try and hit each other for the rest of the 3.5 minutes of the period. Tim Grice, Grice had a shot to put Carter Rosenberg in the hospital there, and Grice is just playing hockey, so that's good to see. You know, anytime somebody turns their back on you in the corner, you got to be ready to adjust or hold up. You don't want that boarding, and so good job by Grice to avoid that. There's Preston Crom with the puck. A good outlet just in front of Keaton DiMartino's stick. Karasek with the puck. Pressured by Rosenberg. Breaking up that pass. There's some bodies flying in. So, you know, you got to look out trying to hit George Karasek. Dude's like 6'6", man. Well, there's a big Edgewood Crusader there, number 2, Bennett Cagle, 6'4", 200 is what the stats sheet says, and he looks every bit of it. Good centering pass out in front, and it's going to be another goal for Owen. Which Owen? Guess the Owen. Owen Cook with the goal. Couple of nice passes there. Edgewood getting the puck from behind the net, over to the left wing, over to the right wing, and Cook buries it. 7-0 Edgewood, 2 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in the second period. And we've got Yachman Dish, and it looks like Kingsley out there for the forward line for the Panthers with the Ocho Cinco defensive pairing. Edgewood's still running some big dogs out there. Richter's still out there. And Richter just crashed into the boards, got a little tangled. His skates got tangled with Dish's skates. Kingsley with the puck, he lets it rip. Shot a little bit wide. Joey Vega got a piece of that in front of the net. Oh, Kingsley trying to dig that puck out against the wall. Edgewood takes it away momentarily. Not sure if that was Klun maybe or Yachman that swung a stick and kept it in the zone, or rather sent it back into the zone. Here the Panthers giving pursuit. Owen Tauschik battling for that puck with Cagle behind the net. Here's Yachman and Tauschik both trying to lay a hit on somebody. Edgewood's going to bring it out. Richter met by Lindert. He is able to get it into the zone though. Edgewood sends it down to the corner, tapped away by Yachman. Jack Klun now for Oregon, battling with one of the Owens. Klun able to get it over to Lindert. Lindert able to get it out of the zone despite 2 men hanging on him. Lindert gets it into the attacking zone now, gets past somebody. Well, let's get somebody out in front and help the guy out. Instead, the puck comes out to the blue line. Klun has it momentarily, hands it off to Shervin. The puck bounces out of the zone. Oregon's going to have to try again. Still looking for that first goal are the Panthers. And Edgewood looks like they've just iced the puck. And so with 1 minute and 8 seconds, by the time they get the puck down there and set it, we'll probably be down to about 45. So one last burst for the Panthers here, trying to get on the board before the second period ends. Well, I thought my prediction of 45 seconds had a chance. We're down to 40 seconds in the period and ticking. Battle of the sevens on the face-off. Lindert wins it, gets a shot off, goes high. Here comes James Shervin. Oh, good job by Rule to dive out of the net. He's way out of position, and Crom puts it in from the assist by James Shervin. So Oregon able to get it on the board with 26 seconds. So it should be Crom from Shervin if you're scoring at home. And the time of that goal will be 16:34. And I thought I heard an interesting conversation between benches, but it died out pretty quick. So I guess that was more of a comment than a conversation. Edgewood not done yet, getting some shots and putting some pressure on Couillard with less than 20 seconds in the period. That's good. Keep the goal of this game is to, or the object of this game is to score goals. So can't fault Edgewood for going back at it. So at the end of the second period, it is 7-1 in favor of the Edgewood Crusaders. And we'll see what happens in the third. See if tempers continue to flare or if everybody calms down a little bit. So we're going to have another video to run during this intermission. Another senior spotlight here. I just want to give you a quick reminder that this OCA Media production of Panther Athletics is brought to you in partnership with the Village of Oregon, the Oregon School District, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club, One Community Bank, which, hey, you can go in there on Saturday and get coffee and cookies and popcorn. It's delicious. The Oregon Area Community Coalition, Wisco Industries, Shackelford Heating and Cooling, Panther Exteriors, and Stoughton Health. And we'll be back for the third period in about 11 minutes.
My name is Keaton Walker. I'm the senior goaltender for Oregon High School hockey team. So yeah, I am a multi-sport athlete. I played football, I play obviously hockey, and I play rugby as well. Yeah, it's not too bad. For me, other sports help me with football, probably discipline. Discipline for rugby, definitely conditioning, because it's like soccer where you're running for an entire hour. It's 60-minute or 30-minute halves. Conditioning is a big thing for rugby. It's just soccer, but instead of just kicking a ball, you're tackling people and you're just doing a lot of stuff. So that's probably the biggest thing. My favorite rink that I ever played in was the LeBon, you know, the home of the Wisconsin girls or women's hockey team. That was definitely my favorite. The ice was very well maintained, and it's a college rink, so of course it's gonna be pretty good. Yeah, no, so me and Coach Austin did talk about that a little bit at the beginning of the year, was because JV has very limited numbers and me being the backup goalie. We talked a little bit about me playing out, and I wanted to, but he said it just as a joke, sadly. I would like to play out just one more time. I feel like I could score a goal. So yeah, I'm big into hunting, fishing. I play video games from time to time. Yeah, that's about it. I go to school, I do this, and then I go to bed. That's pretty much how most of the days are. Yeah, 13-point buck. That was nice. It was. Better than what your dad got? My dad did not get a single thing. I get to hold that over him for this year, but he also has 2 trophy deer hanging on a wall, and I have none. So he gets a little bit over me. But this year, I won this year, if that works. Yeah, I'm gonna do steam fitting for Jan Brennan. That's my plans for after the school year. I get to pretty much like plumbers, but it's in the ceilings and all that stuff, and it's like other gases, liquids, things like that. To play goalie was a Blackhawks goaltender, Corey Crawford. He inspired me to play goalie when I was young, and ever since then I kind of just stuck with it. I guess my parents, they probably overall influenced me the most, that they buy me all my stuff, so I can't really do much without them. Christopher Prawl, he's a jerk, but he is my favorite teacher because he's a jerk. Yeah, for the first 3 hours I do construction with him, and then I I cadet with all the other trades teachers, so I get to hang around with them quite a lot throughout the school day. Fully just got scored on, so that's pretty much the greatest thing that's happened to me today. I haven't done much today. I always like to give him crap for.
I do remember when you and him did OCA Media broadcast. You guys spent half the period with each other.
Yeah, sophomore year we did a broadcast of the varsity game, and yeah, I would gotta say we might have a career in journaling and all that. We could go into sports broadcasting together.
Hi, my name's Ashton Wolf. I'm number 24. I've been playing hockey for 15 years, and I'm a defenseman. Yeah, I have played for multiple different teams. I played for the Capitals, Junior Stars, Oregon, of course. I grew up in this rink. I said Patriots. Yeah, I've played all over the place. It's fun playing with like guys that you don't get to play with all the time, you know? I've kept up with a lot of guys from Patriots. I mean, like I really started like Pee-wees through Bantams there, so that was like the nice starting group. I've kept up with most of them. I've kept up with some of the Capital kids, like here and there. I'll see one of my buddies. I've seen him like at Chick-fil-A once or twice. It's really funny because we always run into him. Stars, not too much because it's only like the spring season, so you don't get like the feel of like actually being on the team with them for like a full year or such, you know? Actually, in not the last game we played, but 2 games ago, we played against Monona Grove, and Jace Tortudolat plays on that team. I played with him through my years at Patriots, and that was just fun to play against him. Yeah, that would be the hope. I really do want to play football in college. It's just like something that I started only 4 years ago, but I just am really passionate about it, and I just want to like continue going with it, yeah. So what I do to improve as a kicker is I train with Taylor Melhoff. He's an ex-NFL player and a UW Badger. He's a great guy, awesome. Love talking to him. That's really what I do. But I do go out in the halftime. I'm sure a lot of people have seen me out there just hammering it away. A couple people that have influenced me throughout my life. Taylor Melhoff, a big influence. Gavin Bickford, he was my Capitals coach. My dad, my mom, my sister, she plays college soccer down at Illinois State, and she's just been the biggest influence. She wrote me an entire letter saying like how I pushed her so much to be like where she's at, and I just thought that was like the best thing. Some teachers that have inspired me, Fishwild, a big one. I had principals of engineering with, Stace, Ebert, I love him. He's a great guy overall. For me, it's personally math and engineering. Those are like the two big ones, like Stace, Fishwild, and Hawkinson all teach the engineering classes, and that's what I'm hoping to go do in the future field. And then Ebert, he's just a math guy, and I love math, and he was very like helpful during tests and stuff, you know. I love all the guys on this team. I love our coaching staff. Just keep working hard and you'll make it is pretty much what I have to say.
All right, we are back at the Oregon Ice Arena. Almost time for the third period of tonight's WIAA matchup between the visiting Madison Edgewood Crusaders and the home Oregon Panthers. It's been all Edgewood tonight. They have a 7-1 lead going into the third period. And so we're going to have running clock here at the start. Maybe Oregon can get another goal and stop that running clock. Got to get one at a time. They did get one late in the second period. Preston Crom on a nice pass from James Shervin. You know, these guys are going to continue to battle. Both teams are continuing to hit. We've certainly seen some penalties. We see a big collision right there by the blue line between Jack Clunn and Owen Porter to start the period. As Oregon gets it down into the zone, Easton Lindert on the attack. And we are having some technical difficulties, so I'll keep you guys in tune of the save by Couillard, bounces up into the net. But I'll keep you guys in tune on the score and the time. So with the running clock, we're down at 16:25 and counting here in the third period. And it is 7-1. In favor of the visiting Edgewood Crusaders. And if you're unfamiliar with these teams and just, you know, you came from like the Y-Files or Joe Rogan on YouTube and somehow you wound up here, then the Oregon Panthers, the home team, they're wearing whites with orange, and that's the senior team captain, Easton Lindert, that just got dragged to the ice. And the Edgewood Crusaders, they're going from your right to your left, wearing this the wannabe Minnesota Golden Gophers uniforms there. And Edgewood's got some size. That big defenseman that just had the puck, number 11, is Will Getzky. Edgewood gets it up to Carter Rosenberg. He gets it taken away by Jack Clunn, crafty junior defenseman. Edgewood gets it over. Shot gets through. Save made by Couillard on the pads. Edgewood fires it back into the zone to nobody, just to try to get a line change there. Oregon ready to counterattack. To get it up to James Shervin. He's met by Shane Fish. Shervin has to give up the puck, but it's going to come out high. George Karasek tries to get a quick shot off, goes wide of everything. Here comes Ethan Dish trying to get it in close, but too much defense there. Owen Barnett. Ooh, good centering pass from Yachman to Dish, a little hot. A little defense, couldn't quite get the shot off. Shervin's shot goes wide and all the way around and all the way down. Edgewood's going to change some guys up. George Karasek, first man to the puck, sends it over to his defensive teammate, Knut Lee. Edgewood keeps it in the zone, however. Centering pass, broken up by George Karasek. Edgewood again keeps it into the zone. Good work by Sawyer Gunther. Battle for the puck in the corner. The bodies hitting each other. Somebody goes down. A couple guys go down. I think Lenz and Lee both went down on that one. They both pop back up. Oregon gets it out of the zone, and they're doing a line change. Dawson Peterson, first man off the bench, races after the puck and helps force an icing. So 7-1 Edgewood, just under 14 minutes and running left in this game. In WIAA, we do a running clock with a 6-goal lead. And I'm not sure if it's any time in the second period that starts or if there's a, halfway through or at the 10-minute mark or some other condition. But I don't think you do running clock in the first period. I could be wrong on that. I haven't read the rule book in a while. Big collision between Owen Tauschik and Bennett Cagle back there. OT's not afraid to mix it up. Trey Zerwick rips a shot. Owen Tauschik trying to create some interference in front. May have deflected off his leg there. The save made regardless. Jack Klun with the interception. Tried to get it through the defense and into the shooting position, but taken away by the Crusaders. And here they come on the rush. Just off the stick of Cash Soma. He had a golden opportunity. So Easton Lindert the other way for Oregon. He gets a shot off. Save kicked off into the side, far side boards. Good job by Jack Klun keeping it in the zone. Gets it out there. Dawson Peterson got a tip on that to redirect it, but the save is made, and I'm trying to see if that's still, yeah, that's still Hayden Rule out there. Number 1, senior defender. He's got some height to him, 6'3". You know, I think a lot of folks like a big goalie. We don't have the tail of the tape here on the Oregon roster, but I think Nicholas is about the same. So I think both goalies are about 6'3". 12:22 is the time, and Oregon, Knute Lee skates up, rips it past one of the Owens. I think there's about 7 or 8 Owens on the Edgewood roster. I've lost count, but 3 of them get a lot of playing time. There's one of them with the puck. I think that's Owen Cook. And somehow that puck snuck in there. I'm not sure what happened. Do we see a signal from the official? The puck got lost. It was under Couillard. Maybe it didn't cross the line. Now they signal goal, and the Edgewood players celebrate. A little bit of confusion, and the refs had to talk about it, tried to figure out where that puck was. Sometimes it gets trapped under a goalie, and it's hard to tell whether it fully crosses that red line or not. But they have decided, the officials, that it did, and so it's 8-1 Edgewood. And the clock has stopped temporarily with 11:54 left in the period. And who's taking the face-offs here? It looks like Dish, and is that Vanderson? It might have been Lombardo. I'm not sure who took that face-off for Edgewood. Sorry there. So now the puck is still bouncing in front of the net. Bodies go flying. Edgewood player hit from behind. And that was Vanderson that was down there trying to put some pressure on the goalie until somebody sent him flying with the big shot. That's what you got to do around that net. You take those chances on those big hits. Sometimes you get called for a penalty. Sometimes you prevent a scoring chance. So Vanderson's going to take this face off against the senior Lindert. Vanderson also a senior. Trey Zerwick comes up with that puck for the Panthers. Bouncing around off some skates, but Owen Tauschik gets it out of the zone. Gets it up ahead to Lindert. Lindert trying to get it on his forehand for a shot. A lot of bodies around him. 4 defenders on Lindert, so he gets it over to Zerwick, who sends it around, trying to get it to Peterson behind the net, but taken away by Vega of the Crusaders. Good job by Klun to keep it in the zone. Off Anderson's stick. Centering pass by Peterson of Oregon, but nobody home. Tauschik lets a shot rip, deflected high and wide. There comes Klun with a rip and a glove save made by Hayden Rule. Now, it's kind of funny when you look at what defensemen do to score. Bennett Cagle for the Edgewood Crusaders, he's their leading scoring defenseman. He only has 1 goal, but he has 21 assists coming into tonight. Whereas Oregon's top scoring defenseman, Jack Klun, came in at an even 8-8. 8 goals, 8 assists. Good job by Preston Crom to keep it in the zone momentarily. But in that effort, Edgewood was able to take it away. Now we have a battle on the near side boards. James Shervin stealing that puck, but taken away at center ice. Right back into the zone by Rosenberg. A shot and a save made. Kicks to the far side boards. Edgewood trying to get it cooking in the corner, but 3 Oregon defenders work together to take it away. James Shervin, one of those defenders, tries to get it up, can't quite get it around big Bennett Cagle, who we just mentioned. Cagle puts Shervin on his backside. Shervin pops right back up and gets the puck out to Zerwick at the blue line, but Edgewood's able to get it out of the zone. where senior defenseman George Karasek collects for Oregon. Gets it over to his defensive line mate for the time being, Trey Zerwick. And Oregon's playing a little keep away on the back line. Trey looking to get it up to a forward, but stick on that puck by Cash Soma. Redirect the pass, so Easton Lindert's going to come and say, give me that puck. Lindert has the puck taken away by the Crusaders, but now it's loose at center ice. That Tim Grice. Grice just coming off the bench, and Ryland Port sends him down. And I think the call was an icing. And we have a broken stick. I'm not sure if that's Trey Zerwick doing a little stick maintenance. You might have to go to Pure Hockey and drop $250 on a new one. Eight to 1 is the score. Edgewood leads the home Oregon Panthers. 8 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the third period. We are in running clock, so maybe if you ordered that pizza, you might not have got it at intermission. We went running clock in the second period. Oregon working in front of the net. It was a good job by Peterson to set up the scoring chance, but just too much defense. I mean, Edgewood scores a lot of goals, but there's a reason they came into tonight's game with a plus 63 goal differential. They play some defense as well. Good pursuit by Timmy Grice to break up that scoring chance. That was Richter still out there. OT not happy, slamming a stick into the boards. Or maybe that was his own body, I'm not sure, as he heads to the bench. Wayward pass is going to come all the way down. No icing call, though. So Jack Klund sends it around. Tries to get it to Preston Crom, but it came out a little hot around those boards. Edgewood collects, and now they're on the attack. Richter drops it back to him. Nice little two-man game. Richter gets a point-blank shot, saved by Couillard. Comes out high to Kegel, and he lets it rip. He's looking for goal number 2 of the year, but Cooley stops that one with his glove. It looked like legendary Reds outfielder Eric Davis on that catch. Yeah, still thinking there. I see, so that's why you have the hole in the glove and the finger to use that. That's smart. In fact, for the first time this year, I put the hand warmer in my glove, and that's kind of nice. So thanks again to Chris Crom for these lovely hand warmers. Drew Yachman gets a shot off, saved by Rule. Now there's Preston Crom trying to gather that puck, gets it back out to Jack Klund, who lets a nice shot rip. Klund's got a great shot from the blue line. Tough save made there. Ooh, another shot by Yachman gets through. Saved by Rule. Comes out to Zerwick. Shot and a save. Oh, Oregon's getting some shots out on this shift. Racking up Rule's save totals. Taken away by Klund. It was a good steal. Good one-on-one defense there. He gets it over to his forward, Preston Crom. Makes a man miss, but the second Edgewood defender comes up. Now Easton Lindert. Ooh, that was on a good trajectory. Save made. Rule got enough of it to send it high over the net. On the rising wrister from the Oregon captain. Yeah, here's James Shervin doing a little swerving. He gets it out to Zerwick over to Klund on the far side. Klund skates it all the way down low. Back out to Zerwick out high. His shot gets through. Save made. Right in the center of the blockers there. Trey trying to go 5-hole, but Hayden Rule was ready for that one. So 5 minutes left in the game. 8 to 1. Edgewood leads Oregon. And things have calmed down a little bit. We haven't seen any big hits here in quite some time. Haven't seen any cheap shots, so that's good. I think these teams have calmed down, and they're just going to play out the string. And I don't think that these two teams are in the same region, so I don't think they'll meet each other in the playoffs. Puck comes out to Canute Lee, who lets it rip. Canute Lee looking for his first goal of the year. He is one of the 17 Oregon Panthers to register a point. Coming into tonight's game, James Shervin led the team in total scoring, 23 points with 15 goals and 8 assists. Dawson Peterson right on his heels with 6 and 16 for 22 total points. And Lindert trying to get that puck over to a teammate, but a couple of Edgewood defenders get in his way. The rip from the defenseman goes high and into the net. Oh, 4 minutes left. 8-1 Edgewood. Both teams are going to keep the same 5 skaters out there. And so Lindert will battle Owen Barnett on this faceoff. And Lindert wins it. He's been rock solid on these faceoffs lately. Gets it back to Shervin, whose shot gets through. Forced Rule to hop a little bit. And he hopped on top of the puck after making that initial save. Might have bobbled the rebound momentarily and scared himself into a fall. Rule knows what he's doing out there. Rock solid senior netminder. Lindert wins another faceoff. This time out to Canute Lee. His shot goes a little bit wide. It's going to bounce all the way over to Karasek. He tries to get it to Lindert, who was in front of the net. And now Lindert pursuing that puck. He beats the defender to it. Second defender comes, and so Edgewood eventually wins out. Taken away at center ice by George Karasek, senior captain. Oregon captains are Easton Lindert and George Karasek, and then the assistant captains are Nicholas Couillard and I think Jack Klum, the other assistant. Here's Shervin with the puck. Bounces it off the boards. Try to get it to Peterson, but it comes out to Edgewood instead. Oregon Dawson Peterson got a piece of that pass. Broke up the scoring chance, but Edgewood still maintains possession until Ethan Dish takes it away. He finds Dawson Peterson, slows it down, waits for the opportunity to dump the puck down low. Oregon's going to get some fresh bodies out on the ice as Klun tries to pin that puck on the up against the boards. Well, I'm not sure what happened to Ethan Dish there. He got a stick down by his skates and spun him around and to the ice, but he pops right back up. That pass went a little long, and I think we're going to have an icing with 1:50 left in this third period. Well, it's kind of a tall order to get 7 goals in less than 2 minutes. Of course, I mentioned that great 4-goal third period comeback by the Icebergs the other day. Another reminder, senior night for the Icebergs. Head on down to Stoughton. Saturday at 3 p.m. for that one as they take on the Cooley Region Cyclones. Now, Oregon, there's the JV players are going to head on up to Reedsburg for a JV tournament Friday afternoon and 2 games on Saturday. And the next varsity game is, by golly, where's my schedule? As Yachman takes a nice shot there from Joey Vega. I believe the younger brother of Vince. Jack Klun skates it into the zone, dances around a few defenders. He's trying to get one last shot up here for Oregon. Make this final score look a little better. And then Klun setting up in front of the net. Wasn't able to do much with Yachman's centering pass as there was a defender all over him. There's the big hit. Oh, and Tauschik gets sent down hard by Carter Soma, and I think Carter's going to go to the box there. And then there was a retaliatory hit behind the play. Tauschik having some words for Soma there. Jack Klun coming in as a peacemaker, making sure his teammate doesn't get himself in trouble. OT's tough as nails. He's all right. See, Brent heads over to the bench. Trey Zerwick talking to the official there. Maybe he's asking if he can get one last hit in on somebody. He had a smile on his face. I'm sure it was all good. Who knows? Trey might even, he's one of these Oregon players that is also a hockey official. So he probably knows some of these officials that he has worked with. or maybe learn from. And so that was a 5-minute major on that hit on Tauschik. So Soma will be in there for the remainder of the game. Jack Klun dances the puck and rips an absolute rocket. I don't think Hayden Rule saw that one. Might have been moving faster than the speed of light, that puck. My goodness. Great rip by Klun makes it 8-2. As the Oregon junior defenseman continues to climb the scoring boards for the Panthers. He's fourth in the team in scoring. That's pretty impressive for a defenseman. And as the clock expires, oh no, that was a 7, not a 1. I can see. So now the clock's going to expire. 8-2 is the final. And so the next game after this, Oregon is at Beaver Dam next Tuesday for a 5 p.m. start. Okay, we're starting early. And then after that, there will be the Groundhog Tournament in Sun Prairie on Friday, January 31st and Saturday, February 1st. The Panthers will be out there for a couple games. And then they close the season at Milton on Monday, February 3rd. The last home game is Friday, February 7th, when Wanakee comes to town. And then there's 2 more road games to close it out. February 13th at Sun Prairie and Saturday, February 15th at Onalaska to close out the year. So the teams go through the handshake lines. I don't see any elbows or chicken wings out there. So I just want to take this time to thank you for tuning in to this OCA Media production of Panther Hockey. Remember, OCA Media is your home for Panther sports, and this exclusive OCA Media broadcast of Panther Hockey was brought to you in partnership with the Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play, the Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes, so consider becoming a booster today. Additional sponsors include One Community Bank, the Oregon Area Community Coalition, Wisco Industries, Shackelford Heating and Cooling, Panther Exteriors, and Stoughton Health. The final score tonight from the Oregon Ice Arena, the Edgewood Crusaders 8 and the Oregon Panthers 2. Have a good evening, folks.